All right, I just want to introduce everybody one more time. We have with us Tom Ruskin. He's a retired NYPD detective and head of CMP Protective Services and Investigations. We also have across from me Liz Stern. She's the founder and CEO of Diva Moms, and Ben Weingarten. He's the CEO of Change Up Media. And Liz, it is your video.
And my video is going to show what parents should be doing. It's enough with shaming parents everywhere, and it's time for parents to stand up and show the right way that we should be parenting and taking care of our children.
I'm here to teach my son a lesson. One thing is clear, is that I don't teach my son to mess up in school. I don't teach him to do what he wants to do. I don't teach him to be a fool. But I give my son everything. And when it's time to do the right thing, I expect for my son to not forget what he has learned. Now today, I'm pretty sure you've seen many videos with parents cutting their kids' hair. And today, I think I'm going to follow suit. You've seen the ice bucket challenge. You've seen the cinnamon challenge. Well, this is to give my son Isaiah a bald head, messed up haircut challenge because I'm not happy with him. Sit up, son. Sit up. Here we go, y'all. Wait a minute. Here, come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. There's no way in the world I would ever embarrass my son like that. It doesn't take all of that. Good parenting starts before he even gets to the point of being out of control. Good parenting is getting up in the middle of the night. Getting up in the middle of the night and praying for your child. Good parenting is letting your child know that you love them regardless of what they are and who they are, and showing them the way by example. Not one time on this video have you heard me use profanity. Not one time on this video have you heard me put my son down.
I love this guy. I am so glad this video went viral, and I think that every parent should watch this video. Today, you know, parents are putting things online that they shouldn't be. They're hurting their children. They're embarrassing their children. And it's time for parents to, whatever is going on at home, to not put it out there publicly, whether they're upset with their child, they're mad at their child. This is a time to build up our children, and especially in the world that we're living in, not to bully our children online. It's about taking time to be a good parent, to be present, to be in the moment. And if you are having a problem with your child and your child is having issues, then be a parent and discuss it and take it upon yourselves at home. But do not go publicly embarrassing or shaming your children. And no, none of us are perfect. You know, you see all these videos about the perfect parenting and all these parents that are going on and off on parents and what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. I'm not here to judge any parent, but what I am here to do is applaud parents like this that are actually doing something good and showing other parents how to be a good parent.
You know, I think one of the problems we have in the United States, and we have many, but I think one of the problems we have in the United States is that the family unit
is broken.
It's gone. It is really, it has been, and I don't know if it's a culmination of because so many people now are forced to work two jobs, or because it's just so fashionable to get divorced if something doesn't work out the right way for you, or if it's the function of social media and these other little electronics where the kids are just always distracted, and the parents even say, "Oh, Johnny, we're taking an hour ride. Here, take the phone and play some games," instead of talking and playing. I remember when I was a kid driving in the car with my parents, we would play 100 questions, or you count how many cars were red when you're on the highway. Not anymore. Now you're sitting there and you're watching, you know, they're doing the whole thing. I think the family unit has broken down in such a way that when you look at a place like Chicago, you have to ask yourself, if there really was more responsible people like this guy, would we have that sort of problem?
Yeah, I was actually just in Chicago this past weekend, and you see the decay in one half of town and the vibrance in the other half of town, and I would say the first place that you want to look for that is the family unit, so I think you're 100% right there. And just anecdotally, since I'm not yet in the parental role, from the kid's perspective, this clip reminded me of something that happened when I was a kid, and my parents were at like a parent-teacher conference or something like that, and the teacher said to my mom, you know, it takes a village. And my mom stiffened up and got angry, basically, and she said, no, it actually takes two loving parents. And that, to me, just summarizes it. And by the way, who is the one that wrote the book, It Takes a Village? Well, none other than Hillary Clinton. So if you want to see why we end up in a scenario like this, It's because there's the idea that society takes care of your children. Well, no, it's not society. It's two parents. It's in the household, and that's where a child gets their values and their principles and everything else.
Correct, but in today's day and age, I will say that a lot of my friends, they're single parents. Some of them have done it on their own, some of them are divorced for whatever reason. So it's not just necessarily today we can't say it has to be the two parents, but it has to be the parent or parents, whether they're separated, divorced, there's one parent, but the parent needs to take control over the child and really help and model with the child and be a good role model.
As a cop who has patrolled some of the worst areas of Manhattan and the city during my time, you see the different parents from different areas, from urban areas, from poor areas, and how they parent their child. And it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what you can put on the plate. No. It's how the parents together parented the child. And they didn't necessarily have to be together. I remember calls where the father would come over because he didn't live at home and basically take control of the situation and scold the child so that both parents were disciplining the child. I agree with you. I think that social media and allowing the kids stuff like this. There's a show about cops, which I happen to love, that shows during the show the family unit sitting down once a week for a family dinner, from the grandpa to the father, who happens to be the police commissioner in the show, to the kids who are on the job, to the daughter who's a DA. But it shows the family unit sitting down and saying a prayer and having dinner with each other on Sunday night. And that's what they do every single... Now, no family unit, again, to your point, parents are working longer hours and people are putting in more time. But you still can get that family time together and have the time with your kids.
I'm a working parent, my husband's a working parent. I mean, but we still make time to be a family and to have family dinners. No, it's not every night of the week, I'm not going to lie, but Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, that's our time together as a family.
We just went out for dinner on Sunday night for
and the phones are put down.
Thank you. I was just going to say, we went to dinner on on Sunday night for Father's Day. It was also my son's birthday. And everything, thanks. So my three oldest ones have phones. My wife has a phone, I have a phone. My little 7-year-old doesn't have a phone. And I'll be the first one to say, we're not perfect. We've been out many a times before where all of a sudden we're sitting there waiting for our food, and the 5 of us are like this, and my 7-year-old is sort of just sitting there by herself because she doesn't have a phone, she doesn't know how to text or anything like that, and she'll try to engage conversation. We'll be like, one second. So now our new rule is, and we've been doing this for a while, when we go out to dinner, we do it, the phones go away.
I do the same thing.
They go away. You know what? And I've explained it like this. There's everybody that we care about the most is right here.
Correct.
So there's not a text I could get on this phone that's more important than what you have to say.
And
That's absolutely right. I mean, listen, but this starts at a very young age. It's the way we train our kids. You see people on dates, young people on dates. What are they doing? It may be their second, third date. They've sort of fallen into the routine. They're both on their phones during the date.
But let's go back to the Tonys last week. Love is love is love, right? And children need to know from an early age that they are loved. And I think that regardless of their backgrounds or how much money they have or don't have, the family structure needs to start at home and to teach our children love.
All right, so let's just shift gears here for a second.
Right.
Just no, because you just gave me an idea here for the last 2 minutes. We just got to go around. All right, love. I believe in tough love. What's your position on hitting, spanking?
I believe, listen, I was spanked as a child. I wasn't beaten, but I was spanked. And I was threatened with, you're going to get a spanking.
Right.
Or when your father gets home, you're going to get a spanking. My mother very rarely spanked us because at a certain age, it wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
But, I believe in some type of punishment. I believe short of spanking, like timeouts and stuff like that, or a hit on the hand. But if need be, I don't have a problem with a swat on the butt.
What about yourself, Liz?
I do believe in tough love. However, my mom will deny it, but she did hit me with the brush, on my head, and she's put some soap in my mouth. However, for me personally, I don't believe in hitting my kids, but I do, and so does my husband, believe in hard love, tough love, and meaning that when their kids are punished, they're punished. And even if they're screaming and crying and they want to come out of their room and they want their iPhone back, we said no is no. And that's it. End of it. I'm not having this conversation, and I'm not their friend. Right. I am their parent, and that's how we parent.
Yeah. You don't have kids yet, but what would be your take on that?
So I'll reserve my right until I have the kid. but that said, I hope that in my household, there will be tough love, and you will get love and freedom, but with freedom also comes great responsibility, and there will be consequences for actions that are wrong, and I hope that it never would even have to come to the point of having to raise a hand, because the child would know that there are certain things you do and there are certain things you don't.
See,
do.
now
Dennis?
I take your approach, but I take it a little bit further in the sense that I think you got to give them a shot at least once or twice. Because they have to
show you'll do
understand,
it?
not only that you'll show that you'll do it, because you know the guy who cries wolf, it's not going to work. But you let them know what it feels like, and therefore, when I look at my kid, and I'll give it to the camera, go ahead, do that again. They know. They know. You know, they love daddy, but they fear daddy, and they know what the
their
consequence
fear.
is. And they know that hurts. You know, and ow, it just hurt myself. All right, so what do you think? Do you hit your kids? Send us an email at dmlreport@newsmax.com. We'll be back with another video.